For the last so many lectures, we have been saying that you cannot pay for God's love. It makes me laugh sometimes. Human beings can never understand because they live in a very limited sphere. His love is unlimited. His forgiveness is unlimited. Even this word unlimited and infinite, we do not understand because we have not known it. And to say that something is genuine is also like certifying something that is genuine. You don't need a certificate. Even that human beings don't understand. We live with artificiality. We try to find the truth. Again we accept artificiality as truth. Again we go on fighting. Then we think this is the truth. Again that turns out to be something artificial thing or some sort of a mental projection. All these limited endeavors of human beings and experiences they have made him so conditioned that it is not easy to understand God. He made all this universe in His compassion and love. He created you as human beings also in His compassion and love. He doesn't need it. But He loves. And you can't understand a person who loves beyond any reasoning. Without any reward. Just love, because for love's sake. We can't think of one human being like that who can love, only for love. Only after realization, as you grow more and more, you realize that loving is the greatest joy. And then you cannot think of money in relation to it. It's something you say, but I think even to say this, we don't need money or we don't take money itself is so low level. It's so much gross. Because money and all these concepts are your own. He didn't make this world to get any fruits out of it. Nothing. He just made it because He loved. He wanted to express His love, just to manifest that love, He made this world. There's nothing else expected. And to put the human mind at that level is an impossibility, I find, in the beginning. But gradually they start understanding how forgiving He is, how kind He is, how nice. So the first problem I faced in the West always, even in palaces, was problem that I faced, was that human beings feel guilty. And this guilt is such a big problem in the West. I just don't understand. You see, why do we feel guilty so much? And that is one of the hurdles of Sahaja Yoga I've seen, that people start feeling guilty. To such an extent that they don't believe that they can get realization. They think they are sinners, born outright, permanently, branded as sinners, and they can never get their realization. I mean, just the brand. It's beyond self-pity also. I would say it's even self-destructive. Today I have taken up the subject of left Vishuddhi because I felt that I must one day speak on this subject, that this is absolutely not intelligible to God that you are guilty. For what? Guilty for what are you? If you ask yourself, you say, oh, we are guilty because we crucified Christ. At the most, that is the maximum guilt a human being can say on his head. We crucified Christ, we tortured all the saints. Right? get him back? Can you go back and correct that situation? You cannot. But harping upon that, you do get into a subconscious mind. You get into a position where you are no more normal to see the love of God. You recede into a corner of your mind which is darkness, which is ignorance, which is blindness, where you cannot receive that beautiful rain, that eternal flow that's coming in. You hide yourself at the back and then you say, what about the sun? I cannot receive because I don't deserve it. Behind all this ego orientation in the West, I wish they were purely egoistical. They are not. All this ego recedes back into that little pouch, what we call the dream. You say something to someone, it's not saying that point, that stage, that I've said it. All right, I've said it and I take the responsibility. It's good. No. But you come back home and, I should not have said that. So you wobble between one kind of action into another kind, from say into an aggressive to the another one of a recipient. And this wobbling really is very, very troublesome. It can go on too much. The oscillation could be so much that it can make you absolutely frantic, diffident, and sometimes useless. On the contrary, God wants to find human beings who are cheerful people, who are happy people, who are thankful to Him for His blessings. The most unhappy animal in this world is the human being. Can you believe it? Animals don't know happiness and unhappiness. Also a good point. But the most unhappy human being and the most complicated human being has become so over self-destructive that a destruction force is built in it. Now think of that force that has built you up into a human. How with care and love, without your knowledge, without troubling. Even when you were born, you never knew what was the pain of the birth. Your mother took over it. He's made you a human being. So carefully, delicately built you up. For what? What is the fruit of this beautiful flower? Why the flower starts eating itself? Have you ever heard of anyone like that? This is the worst disease with which we in the West suffer. French, yes, we had at least double the number of people that we have here today, surprisingly. But all of them had the same problem. And I think all their psychologists, psychoanalysts, we can say all the books, all the writers, the philosophers, everyone has done to them. They have given these ideas and everybody accepts them. And they curse themselves morning till evening, walking with so many wrinkles on the forehead. And you ask them, they will say, Mother, we are very unhappy. It's like asking unhappiness to come and decorate you. But it has a subtler meaning, of which people are not aware. These are the times when you have to get your realization. This mass realization has to work out, is all prophesied, and very important. All the stars are acting together. The whole universe is helping us. All the elements are helping us. We are on the stage. But when the actors arrive on the stage, they are finished. They can't act. They can't do anything, they can't play their game. They are so involved with their different roles. And that is why one has to understand the subtler effect of it. Then only you will get rid of this guilt. You are playing into the hands of negative forces. They are not less than any atomic bombs built within yourself. Now what is the way it works out? I think people do not realize. It's a very subtle method. Let's see the atomic bomb, hydrogen bomb. What do we do? Then we separate something which should not be separated. We break atom which is not divisible into its divisible parts. So we put a pressure to break them. And when that breaking force, that's aggression I would say, is worked out, that becomes another destructive force. So whatever effort we have put into that multiplies. It's not the same force. And that we use for our destruction. I mean, this only human beings can do, to create things to destroy us. But this force which works within our minds, within ourselves, within our being, where we actually really hate ourselves, sometimes I feel, the way we are destroying ourselves. This force, we build within ourselves, thanks to many nonsensical writers and conditioners and people who don't do conditioning, really conditioning much worse. You should be singing and chirping like a bird. You should be laughing and enjoying like a flower. While you find human beings all looking so very unhappy. What's the reason? The reason is you are separated from your own being. The being that integrates you, you are completely disintegrated. When you disintegrate a hydrogen atom, you form a very big force built into it. In the same way, you are disintegrating your being. Your physical being on one side, your mental being on another side, your spiritual being on another side. There is no integrity. And when you cannot feel that integration, you feel guilty. But that guilt is just a symptom of a very big destructive force built. This is the way we are going to destroy ourselves. No other way. Our destruction is not going to come to us from outside. That can be controlled. It's going to come from within ourselves. Everything we do now, after disintegration, is further disintegration, or further building up that negative force within us. But integrated, to make you feel complete integration with all your being, it's only possible if you can somehow or other get to that integrating force which is still there and it's quite deep. That's the last chance I would say now. That has to be. The way the negative forces have set in motion, of which you may not be aware at all. You may not be aware. You don't know what darkness is there. And to fight it, what one has to do is to bring in that light of the Spirit, which integrates. The darkness, see now in the Bible, you have to be born again, that is to be born in your heart. I mean, they do it even before solving the whole drama, they do it of giving you second birth, by christening and so forth. Hindus, they believe without yoga, there is no sense. Yoga Kshema Vahamya, Krishna has said all the time that you seek yoga, what are you seeking? All these deities and all these big books and all these scriptures are aiming at what? Even those who talk, you must live with dharma, you must live a balanced life. For what? Why do we do it? What is the destination? The destination is the spirit. And today, the background is so black and so dark that this solution is the end of everything. But do we realize this? On the contrary, the vicious circle beats in within us all the time. Oh, see how the world is miserable. Then how can I be happy? I'm so unhappy in life. I have yet to come across a person before realization saying that I am a happy person. Maybe ego-oriented, people might say I am happy, meaning my ego is, you see, if he goes in a swanky car or something like that, he's very happy on top of the world. After 10 minutes, you see him. And this vicious circle is set. This ego-oriented circle or another one is sensitive. Another vicious circle and another vicious circle and another vicious circle. We go on from one to another, moving on the wheels after wheels without realizing that where we are going. And this vicious circle has to be broken by one faith, by one understanding that God is forgiveness. God is love. When we feel love for anyone without any lust and greed, then that is God's love within us. That He is the embodiment of that pure love which just loves, which has given you this beautiful human life and wants to make you more beautiful. He created all this creation for you, and that He wants to enjoy the bounties of this creation.